How do you break free from the matrix with no money, right? I feel like I sound like some 100K dropshipper course maker now, but I'm not, okay? Well, first of all, the matrix game is all that, 9 to 5 is bad. Go and, become a multi-billionaire. And the thing is that I like 9 to 5s are nice, there's low responsibility. You don't earn the most, but you get a coffee break there and there. It's fun, messing about with the boys. It depends on the 9 to 5 though, of course, but like it's simple. It's a simple life. So I have no hate for the 9 to 5. I respect people. I respect everyone who goes to work and does a good job. There's absolute value in that for sure. The thing about the 9 to 5 thing is that when it becomes dumb, that's when it becomes problem. When it becomes dumb, what I mean about this is when the job you're doing, when there's no thinking involved, no creativity, that's when you start suffering. That's when you become, what's been labeled as matrix-minded, I guess. Kind of like a slave-minded to it, if that makes sense. I don't like the wording, but I guess that's what it is. The thing about it is that you need somewhere you can actually think and think creatively about solutions. This is why I love the special forces so much more than conventional forces, because conventional forces, you just get told what to do. Like there's set, okay, for this we do this, right? And of course there are certain stuff for that, like in the special forces too, but there's so much freedom that I enjoyed during my training there. It's like we had all these ideas. How can we solve the mission? How can we? Okay, we can do this. We can do that. And that's a cool approach. We haven't tried that approach to the mission at the range. Hey, have we tried this way of shooting? Like all this stuff. This is what it's all about. The thinking. Don't become dumb. Okay, I talked about this with my friend Jack Hogg when we were out running, because he does scaffolding. Right, he does scaffolding, and for him it's not a passive job. Like a job it's not passive minded. You have to think that you build like the Lego stamps, and he enjoys the scaffolding stuff. And I can see why, because when you have to think about what's actually going on, okay, how do we solve, like problem solving, that's the fun part. That's what keeps it entertaining. And that's why your life energy is just sucked out of you once you step into a retail job or something, where it's like, yeah, packing the shelves. You get told how to do it this way only. It becomes stagnant real quick. Like a week, maybe for me, like a week, and I'm like, boom, headshot, right? So you have to find ways or jobs where you can challenge yourself creatively and think about the process you're going through. So I don't know, I have no examples of this because I've never had any jobs except for in the military as a soldier. And so it's difficult for me to relate to, but I've realized that this is actually what's cool about it, because if I wanted a job, this is what I would do. This is why, like, everything that involves thinking is fun, right? Not to the point where it's like sit down and think. Or, I mean, that's too, but I guess it's less of thinking, but problem solving, creative problem solving, where it's like there's no set solutions. I find that extremely interesting, and I think a lot of people do, because it feels so fulfilling when you're like, I had this idea and we tried it and it worked, and boom, on to the next one. You feel you're getting smarter, right? And that's what's happening. You're getting smarter every time. You make a solution, you try it, you implement it, boom, get smarter for life. Now, if you are in a job where you're feeling that there's nothing going on, I would immediately start rewiring my brain, because the brain gets slower and slower over time. I noticed this back in the military, in the conventional forces, that I was like, I'm getting dumber and dumber by the day, I realized. And so I try to find ways to keep improving my mind, keep improving my creative ability to work. And so learning language is something I would recommend everyone to do. You have to treat this as a muscle, both the mind and like the memorization and everything and all the logical parts of it. It's super important. It keeps you very nice and healthy mentally. You are able to articulate better, speak better, you look better, your face will, you have like glow to it, don't get those droopy eyes because you're like boom, 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 another day of stuck in the shells, right? Because you're thinking about stuff, right? All this stuff matters. So this is my advice. But it's no, there's no shaming having a 9 to 5. Absolutely not. It's kind of the only shame is these drop shipping gurus, 20, who's been telling everyone that they need a 100K a month salary and everything. That's the real shame of it all. So, I mean, yeah, just spitting some thoughts. Okay, so you have to stay creative as a human. As a human, we are problem solvers. That's what we are. The two best capabilities of a human is pattern recognition and the ability to sweat, like long distance running. Like those are two of the best attributes of a human that separates us. Pattern recognition is number one. That's the thing that made us be able to navigate the big seas back in the Polynesian times or whatever it's called, right? We looked at the star signs one night and was like, yeah, cool. Next night, oh shit, is this the same? Third night, yeah, it's the same. Where does it lead? Okay, blah, blah, blah. And we'd start making patterns. Like our pattern recognition system, it's like primed. We can like, if we see one thing twice, we can make a pattern out of that. It's so primed. So that's how we've evolved so far as well. So we need to keep cultivating that attribute of our mind. And yeah, also a little bit of sweat in there as well. Keep working out. And yeah, you know who it is. Take care and God bless.